This is the Gaming Greats Star Wars Force Unleashed. I also have these buttons or pins, and they're pretty cool. There's 2 sets of 4. Now these pins are really cool. They're actually not for me. They came in a box for me. I went to the mail today just to check it out. And if you follow me on Twitter, you'll recognize this guy right here. This is Mark over at Shabby Geek. He has his own channel. He once did 5 nights at Shabby. 5 videos in 1 week. He had to take a walk in the woods to recuperate.
Hey everyone, Mark at Shabby Geek here. So, the week's done. Did all 5. That was hard work. I mean, I've got to give you YouTubers credit, man. Oh.
Anyways, he's a really nice guy. He lives out there on the East Coast. He's a huge Star Wars fan. And so he watches my videos and he notices that I don't have the Gaming Greats Shadow Stormtrooper, and he hits me up in a direct message and says, hey, I noticed you haven't reviewed this. Are you interested? Because I happen to have an extra. And he sends me the box. He sends me the pins, tells me to give them to his granddaughter. And the best of all, he sent me this picture. This picture with this Imperial shuttle, and tells me that I can put it on my wall. Thank you, Mark. I really appreciate it. You're a real stand-up, real great guy. I love your energy. I love the way you make everybody try to dance on Friday on Twitter.
It's Shabby's Dance Friday.
And I just can't really say enough about Mark at Shabby Geek. Fantastic guy. I hope you knew when you put that in the mail and wrapped it up so nicely that I was going to open it. And Mark, once again, thank you for sending this to me. I really do appreciate it. It's really awesome. I'm glad to have it. And the way I got it means so much. Let's get this out of the box so we can do this figure justice. So here we got this figure out of the box, and we got him kind of staring straight at us. He comes basically with your standard long arm that pretty much almost all of the Stormtroopers have. And he has that same blaster that fits right inside that holster that's right in the back on the left-hand side, because Stormtroopers apparently are all left-handed. They shoot with their right hand, which is part of the reason they never hit anything. But let's just take a closer look at this figure. Now, if we take a look at this paint on the dark areas, it's got that nice silverish spray paint on it. It's got this nice speckled look on it. And I remember back in the 70s, I had this mini bike helmet that had that same speckling underneath that shiny, that shininess on the outside of the dome. And that's what this reminds me of, is that speckling is kind of like, reminds me of that. And man, this figure just looks awesome. I mean, just take a close look at that face with the paint job, the blue eyes. I mean, I love this color of blue, by the way. And just the detailing in the paint here, and the way they got the blue right in there. I mean, this looks really, really good. And you can tell right there with that speckling, that really does look fantastic. Let's just slowly turn this thing around, and you can see he's got that speckling throughout. He's got this nice blue trim right around his shoulder pads. He's got that same back piece, which will hold a backpack if you have one. And then you get down here where you have this blue translucent, where you can actually just see right through his body. And I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna bring some light in. And if I put the light behind him, you can see the light just shining through his body, which is actually really, really cool. So if you have like a lighted display, you know, where the lights are in the bottom or in the back, you're gonna really capture that blue. I mean, look at the translucence in the legs. That is phenomenal, the way they did that. That just looks so cool. And in the arm, right? Doesn't that look cool? That is fantastic. I mean, this is really, really cool for a figure, and the way that they've done it with that translucent blue and with that light behind him, he just captures it and looks awesome. And like all these Stormtroopers, you know, he's got some pretty good movements. He's got a nice head tilt. Comes up, he's got this upper arm movement right here. His arm will go up. I tried pulling it a little bit. There you go. His arm comes out. And of course, this little piece got caught on the inside. I think it's supposed to actually go up on the outside because it's a really soft rubber right here. And it's kind of off the shoulder a little bit, right? And then he's got that more than 90-degree bend in the elbow. And of course, he's got the double jointed knee. This is actually like a really fantastic figure. I'm going to stick this in this holster. And what I want to do is I'm just going to take him and get him with a regular Stormtrooper and just do like a little quick side-by-side so you can kind of see that they're pretty much the same figure. Just the paint's a little bit different. And if you ever played The Force Unleashed and you had a chance to see this Stormtrooper in the game, you will know why this Stormtrooper is really, really cool. And one you could have for your collection, especially if you're a Star Wars fan. I mean, look at those two Stormtroopers standing side by side. That is just awesome. And Mark over at Shabby Geek, I want to say once again, thank you so much. This really means a lot to me for you to send this figure over to me, knowing that I didn't have it in my collection. I really appreciate it. It's going to stand on my shelf forever because, one, it's super cool, and two, it's not biodegradable. Anyways, thanks for tuning in, everybody. I really appreciate it. Don't forget, come back for more.